Hey, welcome to what I hope to be is going to be fun. This is the lab. It is a server I started about 6 months ago, and this is the progress that I've made here. There's a few active players, and they're all great. And yeah, this is just going to be me showing around my base, that what I've created. I'm really proud of what I've made here, and I wanted to share it. With this place, I have created a sort of lore, um, in the sense that everything I make has somewhat of a story behind it, an idea, a a person. For example, right now we have the posable armor stands data pack. You get those statues, and you can do all this with it. Whatever. You've seen all that before. Um, And I decided for every armor stand that I create, every salmon head, whatever I end up calling these guys, uh, I want to give them a home. And so I've decided that every house can generally hold 1 to 5, I'd say, depending on the size of the house that I'm making. So something like these could maybe only hold 2 people, two salmon heads in here. Um, they share a bed, but it's cozy, it's small, it's quaint. This something would be another one that could hold about 2 people, still nice and cozy. None of these houses have more than one bed. Spoiler alert. So each of these houses, so then maybe this farmhouse, let's see, maybe this farmhouse could hold about 4 or 5 people. It's a nice biggie house. And that's just kind of the idea. I want to fill this with houses and also fill it with armor stands, doing things, trading, listening to a cult leader perhaps, or just walking around. They're gonna have their own jobs, and I'll put armor on them eventually to make it look more like people. This is just a prototype, I guess you could say. But yeah, I'm just gonna show around my base here. So let's start by the Nether portal. This goes out into the village, um, and past the Crystal Caverns cliff. That might need to change now that I say that out loud. But that leads me into the Crystal Caverns. This is basically the heart of the village. It's what spawned, well, what caused the cult to appear. People trying to explain the magic of the Crystal Caverns and the many, many cats that occupy it. Got a little crazy with the fish. Um, Got a little enchanting setup. Uh, and this goes into my tree of life. This is what I have decided is the heart of the magic in the Crystal Caverns. And it's not finished. I need to build up quite a bit more. Wood takes a while to get. Um, but there is an elevator that can go to the top. And, oh, there we go. You can just drop on down. And this is also meant to be like a nice open roof, so that if you would like, you can just elytra on out, or if you would prefer, just go back into the water. So it's just kind of like that. And as you go over here, deeper into the crystal caverns, there is my slime storage, which I have had it off for a little bit and been using slime, but it is all in here. I've gotten a lot of slime. It's a double slime chunk, uh, easy slime farm to make with magma, uh, magma box. And over here, less decorated, is my iron storage. I have to clear out the zombie flesh because it's not perfect. And I also have this barrel for the poppies to go into. And this barrel is special because I wanted to have a supply of poppies, but I didn't want to have to manually throw them away or do something else with them because I didn't want to have any sorting system on these chests here. So instead, I created a little circuit that as soon as this barrel fills completely up, the last poppy that goes in gets immediately shot straight out. So this will be all full with 64, and this one will be 63. So that is nice little touch I added. I have a lot of them. A little bit of vine, and this goes into my mountain. This is another part that is going, when it's finished, it will be part of the Crystal Caverns. Um, I want to eventually, once this is all filled in with stone and roughed up more like the cliff over here, it's going to look pretty similar. I want to have giant crystal veins going through the mountain. So it feels like it's living, it's alive. I have a bunch of magenta wool laid out for paths. That's just to help me later on whenever I decide to actually do that. There's a unfinished little farmhouse. Here's the alley from before. This is just my little flower alley. I come here to take a load off, relax, sit under the shade or direct sunlight, whichever works. And it's just on the back of my little wheat field with my little scarecrow guy. Hello. So he's chilling out there. He's scaring the birds away. Uh-oh. He's doing his job. He's doing a good job. I don't pay him. He just kind of hangs out. So this is my potato and carrot farm. I made this. This is Funky House that I made. I decided that whoever lived here decided to decorate the alley, and that's why there's a bunch of flowers in there and made it all pretty. They just like having a garden. They like relaxing. And there's nothing in this house just yet. This is a pretty new house. But eventually I do want to fill this up with lots of decorations. I'll put a little fireplace over here, probably break out some room for the chimney, and just make it look like someone lives here is the plan. I'm not really going for any specific theme or style. I just wanted it to look nice, you know? There's nothing too special about it. Let's sleep. Oh, never mind. It's just, I want it to be quaint, this village, which it's not all going to be, as you will see later on, but it's a humble town. It's a humble little village. This is the sheep house. There used to be a door there. And there used to be sheep in here. I think they ran away. I'll have to get them back. But this is my wool farm. Fully automatic. And it automatically sorts everything. So you can see I've got a lot of wool. It's all organized, and you can see which one's which just from looking at the bottom there. As you can see, there is 2 sheep of every color, so 32 sheep in total in this one spot. They are next to a dispenser, which shears them whenever there's actually shears in there, it will shear them, and as soon as it shears them, an observer detects the... No, sorry, I have it backwards. I created this and I have it backwards. No, when the sheep eat the grass, it triggers an observer, which then pulses the dispenser, which shears the sheep, as well as turns this piston feed tape, which goes under here. It goes right over here. Nope. Yeah, there it is. So, it goes there, and then it comes back here, and it just goes back in. I've tried to keep the grass open as much as possible so it doesn't all turn to dirt, but I also wanted it to look nice and blend in a little bit. So that's why there's hay bales and a lot of grass around here. There is... Ooh, that was actually awesome. This town has a scientist in it as well. And that is this little garage in the side of the cliff here. Inside the cliff face, there's a nice little garage door. There's a button. Hit the button and it opens up. And it's a little bigger than it looks like, I guess. This is my furnace array. It is 64 by 64. I found a design by Iskal85 and just made it bigger and better. It is fueled by 2 bamboo farms, 0 tick, so it goes really, really fast. As you can see, it may be broken. Occasionally it does just bust. Yeah. So I'll have to fix that later, but for right now it's not hurting anyone, so I will do that another time. This is just the beginning. After I dug out this area for this, built that, and decorated all of this, there's nothing back there. Don't worry about it. I decided to go down a little bit, and this is the lab. This is my laboratory, whatever you want to call it. It has been nothing but digging, and I'm not done. I'm going to keep digging. This is going to get bigger, and I'm going to decorate it very futuristically, I suppose. It's going to have this kind of cyan, terracotta, white concrete, and whatever color. Upstairs it was magenta, and this level is going to be light blue or cyan. And there's going to be a third level down here, which is going to be yellow. I'm using the subtractive primary colors currently. I do plan on having a dark green wing, I think, for these villagers and whatever villager hall I decide to do. But that's all up in the air. I'm still figuring this out. This is my concrete maker. It dupes TNT and blows up concrete. Nice and simple. Makes it a lot faster to build this place, because I go through quite a bit of concrete here. So it's... yeah, and clay, as you can see. And yeah, I've got a to-do list. These are things that I am planning on maybe doing. As time goes on, I'll figure out what will work and what will not. And this is my storage silos. It's not complete, and it's very small too, so I will probably just move this all, because there's not a lot of space. But right now there's some chests of cobblestone, 1 cobblestone, and smooth stone. So I got 3 double chests full of that. And that's all I have so far there. over here, I have my bulk storage. This is what I've dug out. And it's starting to slowly fill up. I've only put one block of each in most of these chests, just to keep it easier to keep organized. And all the rest of these aren't filled yet, but as time goes on, I'm sure they will. As you can see, this is very tall, and I wanted to make it a little taller, but as you can see, there is the ice for my furnace, as well as the power lines that connect to my bamboo farms. So I can't exactly go any higher. I can go as low as I want, really. And I probably will go a lot lower than just here. I may have deeper levels. I was also planning on maybe having this beacon in the middle, this little middle pillar. I was thinking about having it just go down into the depths and kind of just fade away. So I think that would be super cool to if I could pull it off and make it look really, really awesome. I also have a lot of little gadgets here and there. They're always fun to have. All right, so I guess I'll show off more of the Nether for now. All right, into the Nether. And so this Nether portal, I decided I wanted to make just kind of look like part of the caves again. I might eventually even put some of the crystals, or maybe like dead crystals. I think that could look cool. Oh. Oh. Who's he after? Oh, there he goes. Oh. I'll show off the blaze farm in a little bit. So I made this ice road. Our Nether hub isn't quite finished, but the idea for it was kind of be a mishmash, but organized mishmash. I wanted to have a central idea, have a big dome or something, and it would lead into 4 main corridors, 4 main halls, each colored differently depending on the direction. So we have the East Hall over here, which is a blue theme, blue colored. We have the Red Hall up here. This is one of the 2 completed tunnels. I did not do this one. I'm not sure who did. But this is the Northern Hall. And then the Western Hall is yellow over here. Yeah, that's where our end portal is. And I put these little boxes for if anyone else wants to go ahead and build that. I wouldn't be offended, but I might if no one else does. And then the Green Hall, which is the one that I built and live in. So this goes to the world spawn as well as our spawn town. So this is Spawn Town. This is where we started. Well, before anyone started, I spent a few hours getting obsidian to get here, and then everyone else joined after me. Thanks. But this is kind of abandoned. I want to build more in this area, but there are still quite a few cool things and apparently creeper holes. I made this automatic chicken cooker. It's not very fast, but it works usually. Oh, that's my stuff. Okay, I guess I'll have to get that later. There's lots of other things. This, I don't know. There used to be a furnace array here. I'm not sure who took that down. I believe this is Rise's something hole. I don't know where it goes. I'm scared. Looks like there is a blast furnace set up here. Nice. That's pretty sick. As well as a little arena. And we also have Steve's house. Yeah, a little arena with a creeper hole. I don't know. Nope, not you. And a floating house. This is Alex's house. He's a pretty good builder, actually. Yeah, I haven't seen him on the server in a little bit, but he may come back. Um, so he built this, and he has a little skeleton farm that he lets us use. Can't keep the bones, though. So I need to get my own skeleton farm at some point. So they just fall down here, and they're one hit. Ready to go. Bang, bang. Moving right along here. There, let's see here. I can show off my old base that I haven't touched in a while. And I may or may not go back here, but it's the start of something. I just wanted to make a bunch of circles. The concrete got too hard. This was right at the beginning of the server, and I didn't have the tools necessary to dig out as well as build this massive circle. So this remains unfinished for now. I may come back and do something with it now that I actually have things, but the most I put here was a fish farm, automatic AFK fish farm, as well as an automatic kelp farm and smelter, so I could get some dried kelp. But it's not very good. So that's about it for this. I made a little bamboo cliff here because I thought it looked nice. But that's about it, all that I've done in this area. One thing that I forgot to mention, actually, is this terrain used to be really rough. It went down and then it just like dipped straight down, and no one was really having an easy time building on it. So I decided I was gonna terraform this and stretch it out so people could actually build on it and make it not as hard. The only problem is it's completely hollow on the inside. So there's plenty of room to do stuff down here as well, which I created a giant potato farm down here a while ago. Uh-oh. It's not, I don't really use it anymore, but it's here, and it does still work usually. And this is what I used for food for the first while on the server. Let's go show off my blaze farm for now. I think DJ is just getting there. Let's see. I'll ask him if he was looking for it. He was going to use it. So this is the path to my blaze farm. It's about half finished right now. I have it functional. It's just not pretty. So that's something I'm going to have to work on eventually. But basically you just got to stand around here. These blazes see nowhere to wander to, and they basically decide, hey, let's walk here. And they try, and they fail. And then they go to die. So, yeah. And they can't see glass blocks, so it's like they're walking on nothing. So that's going to be about it for this video. I hope you liked it if you watched all the way through. If you did, let me know. And stick around, because I'm probably going to be making more of these. Keeping updated. Keeping you guys updated, whoever's out there. So, have a good day. Bye-bye.